Welcome to part 3 of the self-development discussion pillar on the Help We Need podcast, where we aim to empower her. In the part 2 video of this series, I responded to the self-development plan discussion using a pseudonym, Jane Joe, who worked as a desk receptionist within a professional setting. If you're interested in how I managed that conversation, I would encourage you to listen to part 2 as well. Today, we'll be using a different scenario, focusing on a non-professional setting. What does this mean? I will be providing you with insights on how, as women, we can tackle our self-development from a personal perspective that does not necessarily have to do with a white-collar job or working a job. I'll be using the same approach of a dual conversation where I shall be engaging in a discussion between you and myself for explanation purposes, and I hope you can follow along. We will start with you, identified as Mary Jo this time, and I'll ask the questions I'd asked earlier, which I'm also going to respond to. So let's get started. The first question, how can you describe yourself? This is Mary Jill's response. My name is Mary Jill. I would describe myself as a quiet and introspective or friendly person. The second question, what do you do for a living or at a job? This is Mary Jill's response. I'm at present a stay-at-home mom and the mother of a 4-year-old boy and an 11-month-old baby girl. I enjoy my role as a mom, although I find it can sometimes be very challenging. The third question, what do you do well and most likely enjoy doing? This is Mary Jill's response. I've discovered that I'm a great listener and genuinely care about other people and their stories. I am pretty sensitive and I often break down and cry if I hear about events or stories that are heartbreaking. I also enjoy organizing schedules, reading books, and writing in my free time. At home, I enjoy gardening and find something therapeutic about nurturing plants and watching them bloom. So let me respond to what we've heard about Mary Jill so far. Firstly, we can conclude that Mary Jill is a stay-at-home mom and seems to have taken a career break. The role of a stay-at-home mom is multifaceted. It encompasses a wide range of responsibilities that include childcare, which involves actively engaging in taking care of, helping, and teaching children to reach their physical and emotional milestones. It also involves meal planning and cooking, housekeeping and cleaning, managing the family finances, being there as an emotional support, and offering a listening ear for the kids and your spouse and other family members, as well as scheduling and coordinating family appointments, including booking hospital appointments and play dates for the kids as needed, to mention a few. Wow, I believe we can all conclude that the role of a stay-at-home mom is a challenging one, and 24 hours of day, 7 days of the week kind of job. So kudos to all moms out there who are stay-at-home moms. So based on Mary Jill's response, I would describe her strengths as follows. She has good listening skills and an ability to actively engage in conversations, empathize with others, and truly understand their perspectives. Active listening is a valuable skill in both personal and professional relationships. Secondly, she's empathetic and compassionate, as she describes herself as someone who genuinely cares about people's stories. Her understanding and valuing of others' experiences are essential for building meaningful connections. Thirdly, she mentions that she likes organizing schedules at home. This highlights her organizational and planning abilities. Whether managing family routines, appointments, or household tasks, effective organization ensures the smooth functioning of the home. She also enjoys gardening and as such comes across as a patient person as she pays attention to details, which is a crucial skill required in nurturing plants, understanding their needs, and creating an harmonious outdoor environment. Mary Jill also appears to have an appreciation for growth, and this may likely extend beyond plants to our relationships with others, especially our children, given that this may be one of the reasons she stopped working to stay with them. She also acknowledged that gardening is therapeutic, which suggests an awareness of self-care. Our ability to recognize that certain activities bring peace and joy contributes to our overall well-being. In summary, we can conclude that Mary Jill has a blend of interpersonal skills, such as listening and being empathetic. She also has practical abilities like gardening, writing, organizing, and she has a mindful approach to life. These strengths contribute to a well-rounded and nurturing personality. So let's move on to the fourth question. What feedback have you received that you can think of to help improve and enhance yourself? This is Mary Jill's response. Sure. A close friend of mine told me that my empathy is my superpower, but she also gently nudged me to set better boundaries. It made me realize that caring for others shouldn't mean neglecting and or not protecting myself. Other than that, I struggle with self-doubt, wondering how I can emerge from my career break. And if I don't go back to work, I wonder how I can move forward with defining an identity for myself. This is an interesting and charged feedback. I would first like to highlight that being a stay-at-home mom is a rewarding yet challenging. It's natural to feel self-doubt, especially when you're not working outside the home and your primary focus is caring for your children. But fear not, there are ways to maintain your sense of self, grow, and thrive, even in this demanding role. Let's explore how Mary Jill, our quiet, introspective, and friendly stay-at-home mom, can handle self-development and overcome self-doubt. So let me quickly add that for most of us women out there, exiting or emerging from a career break requires resilience. It involves adapting to change, learning new skills, and staying open to possibilities, even if they differ from your previous path. So my advice to Mary Jill is to first pat herself on the back for making the bold decision to take a break to care for our growing family. I know this also comes with a conversation with her spouse concerning the management of their finances, but she has made an enormous decision. Now, since Mary Jill loves reading, she can explore books that can help her build resilience and focus and adapt to a current situation while seeking ways to ensure mental well-being and overall wellness are nurtured. Recognizing empathy as a strength is crucial as it shows genuine support for understanding others' emotions. However, acknowledging the need for better boundaries shows a deep sense of self-awareness. Mary Jill will need to adopt a means of setting boundaries, which is essential for maintaining our well-being and preventing emotional burnout. Mary would need to learn the ability to say no when necessary, so she could better prioritize her time during the day. This includes resisting the urge to be quick to pick up phone calls from friends and or restraining from watching programs or news from TV stations or social media that depict violence or troubling stories to manage our emotional or mental well-being. For example, Mary Jo can practice removing notification prompts on her phone and or setting alarms on her phone in the morning to remind herself not to pick up unsolicited calls, or she can subscribe to fitness and wellness apps where she can participate in health challenges that reward her in the form of thank you notes or words of affirmations at the end of the day. This will definitely help us stay accountable in managing our emotional and physical well-being. Now, on the matter of burnout due to housework demands, Mary would need to understand that caring for others shouldn't come at the expense of neglecting herself or her health, and this may further push our introspective ability to demonstrate a compelling case for our welfare. She may need to discuss with her spouse or husband about finding breaks within the day when he's back from the office, so he can take turns caring for the children while she can take a walk or go to the gym to improve her mental and physical wellness. She can also go out on weekends with friends or get her hair or nails done. Another option would be to consider outsourcing house cleaning services so she can take needed breaks, or engage the services of a nanny to assist with child care support. Acknowledging self-doubt is the first step towards overcoming it. It shows Mary's courage and willingness to confront inner challenges. So a concern about defining an identity beyond work indicates curiosity and a desire for self-discovery. It would require that Mary Jo further explores her interests, values, and passions outside of being a stay-at-home mom instead of suppressing the desire. Mary Jo's ability to search for interests that she favorably leans into would make her a more productive mom, wife, and caregiver to her family. For example, to achieve this, she can participate in volunteer programs and or join supportive women's community groups online or in the neighborhood that foster female wellness, self-care, and personal development. So let's get to the fifth question. Where do you see yourself in the next 2 to 5 years? This is Mary Jo's response. I envision myself as a published author someday, writing stories that touch hearts. To get there, I guess I'll need to keep owning my writing skills, attending workshops, and connecting with fellow writers. This is a good response, as Mary Jo has a clear view of her goal to become a renowned book author. So she definitely knows what she wants to do and how to get there. The additional question to the sixth question would be, how will she get there? Well, there are a few suggestions. Mary Jo would need to embrace her uniqueness as a writer to establish a routine that works best for her. And that means she would need to dedicate time during the week or in the day to work on writing her stories. Consistency is vital to improving our craft. Mary Jo would also need to read widely and research how successful authors structure their stories. She would need to consider taking writing workshops or courses to enhance her writing skills. Mary Jo would also need to share her work with trusted friends, writing groups, or beta readers to get constructive feedback to help her improve, and she needs to also be open to revisions. She may need to start a blog or create a social media profile and connect with other readers. Building an online presence will help her reach our audience and showcase our writing skills. She can also learn about publishing options and decide the path that aligns with our goals. And once our book is complete, Mary Jill will need to submit her work to editors and or publishing platforms to support the publishing of her book. So let's move on quickly to the last and sixth question for today. What community or support group can keep Mary Jill accountable and challenge her to be a better version of herself? Again, persistence is essential to helping Mary Jill keep her eyes on the goal. More importantly, she needs to find a mentor and an accountability group, as we mentioned earlier. This group will encourage and nudge her as she explores the curveballs in the life of starting as a publisher. She would also get the rewarding feeling of being celebrated by this group who cheered her all along. Now, suppose Mary Jill keeps to these nuggets of advice, she will definitely watch her self-esteem grow as she becomes more confident in her capabilities. The insights into bringing her writing passion to life and believing in her stories will influence her ability to touch the hearts of her readers and definitely uplift her self-confidence. I hope this has been helpful. Remember, dear listeners, you too can embrace your uniqueness and create a path towards your best self. My advice to you is to be patient with yourself, but stay committed to your goals because Rome was not built in a day. Good luck. Thank you for tuning in to the Empower Her podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe and leave us a review. And remember, you've got this. Listen in for more episodes on my podcast. Stay empowered and remember to empower her.